Tight hour. Tight hour. Let's get into it. What are you eating?
You got a tight hour. We ain't got no tight hour. Adam and I can sit here and jam.
I mean, if y'all sit here after I go, that's
we
fine.
don't need you. What am I eating?
Keep the show going for the viewers, not for ourselves. You know what I'm saying?
I have another premiere to go to today, so she's throwing in probably her only meal of the day, a 7-Eleven burrito.
That is horrific.
7-Eleven burrito.
What premiere are you going to?
I know what you did last summer.
Oh, nice.
Let me know how that is. I'm interested. Because I was in school when it came out. Like I was in high school when the first one came out.
Yeah, you're old as fuck. Curious about this one, I'll be honest with you.
She act like she's not that much younger than you.
I mean, facts.
Yeah. I'm curious about this one, just because I feel like there was a lot of controversy about the last one that came out, and then there was the direct to DVD one. There's like 5 of them.
Mm-hmm.
This one, I feel like it's gonna be a movie. I always have fun because this is Sony. I don't know if it's always been a Sony property, but it's a Sony property now, and I love all of the reps that work at Sony and kind of make these movies possible. So, as far as the premiere and the event goes,
the girl that got sent a like $30,000 TV.
Shout out to Sony, Sony Bravia. We love Sony Bravia.
Square. That was never know if I won it or if I won it, but it was an influencer event with influencers who had a much bigger following and prowess than I did. It was very awkward. I love that TV though. People come over to my house just so they can watch that TV. I have friends, I can show you those messages of them being like, "Can I watch Twilight on your TV? I just want to see how it's different." Yeah, facts. But no, I'm really excited about this premiere. But let's just pop the bubble. That's not the big movie everyone wants to talk about.
You know we're not recording, right?
Yeah, we are. She did the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 earlier. You just don't pay attention. It's literally up above us.
Oh.
We are 2 minutes.
God, you're an idiot.
I didn't see it.
I didn't say anything dumb.
Attention? What is your problem? Let's get it.
Goodness gracious.
First of
You
all,
done ruined my whole little...
I want to make this clear to everybody. I want to make it clear to everybody first. I was called a heifer, an idiot just now, and that I'm old. I have been verbally abused in the last 2 minutes like it was high school all over again.
You know what? You're right, though, because we should be really talking about the masculine urge for kindness.
To be kind. You're right.
Yeah. And that is
masculine urge to be kind.
That is what Superman is all fucking about, yo.
I like how you guys literally took my pain into a send-off. Like, what?
First of all... I am getting good at this skill. You should just be rolling with me. Anyways, James Gunn put out this statement. Adam, would you like to read the statement from James Gunn?
I can barely read it. Go ahead.
Put your glasses on. I want the white man to read the white man's words.
I don't need to read the white man's words. You can read them. They're right there on your screen. You pulled it up. I'm not reading.
Wow, you are being this guy. Anyways,
anti-Superman.
So. James Gunn, you were so that we'll get Adam because he loves the movie.
Fan. He's a Snyder fan, let's be honest.
James Gunn said, "I'm incredibly grateful for your enthusiasm and kind words over the past few days. We've had a lot of Super and Superman over the years, but I made a movie that focuses on the man part of the equation. A kind person, always looking out for those in need. That resonates so powerfully with so many people across the world in itself is a hopeful testament to the kindness and quality of human beings. Thank you." Goodness gracious, Superman was a good fucking movie, okay?
I love the first time I'd actually heard that. Obviously, I've been hearing Superman for months with the, connection that I have to... It's been in there. But no, I like that. I like that he paid homage and paid nod to all of the other Superman and the directors of the past by saying we've had a lot of super movies, but now I'm focusing on the man, and I think that that's really important because, yeah, I do feel like that is missed. I was talking about, I think I went through, watching all of the Superman recently, and the one that always rings true in my head is the deadbeat dad Superman. The one that knocks knocks up Lois and she's like, "That's not your son." And then until he flips a car, a truck or something, he's like, and then he leaves. He's like, "That's my son." And then
they turned it into a horror movie.
Superman Returns.
And I'm like, I think about that quote that James Gunn just said in we're focusing more on the super and not enough on the man. And I know in my soul that is not what Clark Kent would do. That's some Superman shit to leave your son, but that's not something Clark would do. So I'm glad. I think that this movie rang true to a lot of Superman fans, but honestly, there were so many different characters that I feel like had their time in the sun. Can we talk about that Mr. Terrific fight scene? Just in the bubble, Lois just watching. What up?
I know you both saw it, right? Who James has been talking to directorially.
Yeah, of course.
Give him Mr. Terrific.
Okay, He can do more than just black movies.
I agree. I fully agree. I
It's getting
fully agree with
bothersome
you.
to me.
But like, I would love that with the way Ryan's been directing and doing things and stuff, and really pulling the character out of like the superhero, like like he's done for other things. I love that. But I agree, you can have him for
He can
anything.
do
I
more
do
than
feel
black
like
movies.
Instantly, like, oh my god, yes,
he at least because isn't he about to do some reboot X-Files or something?
he's doing X-Files.
Yeah. So that'll be because I will say Ryan might also be seeking to do more of the black things. I don't know, but we do immediately go Ryan Coogler. This was a good reply underneath that about Mr. Terrific. They said, hopefully we actually see him take out Kevin Bacon.
Yeah, that'd be fantastic.
Let's reverse it. Because
the fans
I will say
that would be heavy fan service.
Yes.
100%. One thing Eddie pointed out, talking on podcast with Juju, he had said that the face mush, he put that in himself. So when he tells somebody to get out the way and like he mushes their face, one of the henchmen, we're going into spoiler talk, by the way. Get over it. It's been the weekend. If you're watching this, you know that we've seen. Anyways, he when he has one of the base people get out the way, he apparently talked to the actor beforehand and was like, listen, when I push you out the way, I'm gonna mush your face. Because he said it was a very black person thing to him to do. It was just like he felt like that's what he would do in that situation, to mush your face. And apparently James, he was like, I'm expecting James to yell cut. James goes, cut, do it again, harder this time. I was like, yes, that is what, and I think that's what was great about James and Superman, and hopefully the direction for the DCU. We've talked about letting those writers, directors, actors put that little bit of themselves into what you're writing, what you're directing, who you're playing.
Well, James lets them play. James actively lets his actors play, and you could see that.
You're good. He actively lets them see that. Go.
That's it. Period.
Okay.
He's too hard. She shit or something. Like she just stopped and looked like something happened, and now she got toilet paper.
No, I was waiting. There usually comes in threes.
You did have a 7-Eleven burrito. That is like hand in hand right there.
In my defense, not that I'm trying to out where I live, there's a 7-Eleven right. You'll see, Jordan, when you come down for Comic-Con. You go see. We gonna be there all the time, shaking hands and all that.
I'm just saying, there's a difference between a America 7-Eleven and a Japan 7-Eleven.
I know. We talk about.
I want to go.
I see them on my TikTok all the time. Like that's a full 4-course meal, like restaurant, a Michelin starred 7-Eleven. Like I love that.
Because both of you are intelligent human beings, I want to have a conversation with you about Superman. First of all, there's a video going around on a podcast where they brought up how people miscategorize Superman. Superman is not a police officer. He's a fireman. So he's not trying to enforce the rules, enforce the law, enforce that stuff. He's trying to help and save people. So I thought that was interesting. I thought that was pretty interesting. But the other one is, and I'm sure you guys have seen it, and I know I've sent it to Jordan. I don't know if I sent it to Jasmine. I don't know the podcast. I don't know the people. But there's a video going around where somebody just digs into how much they hated Superman, how it's stupid. They didn't even let the story of any other character come out and flesh out and all this stuff and everything. Why put character B in there at the end? That, who was in there. And like all this stuff.
If you guys haven't watched Superman, if you have not, this is
like the video, come back later.
Like the video, come back later. You're 10 minutes in. We love you to death. Or skip ahead. Maybe I'll actually put scene things in this. We're going to talk obviously about Love Island later on in this. I'll put the scene chapters in. Get GTFO for now, or skip ahead. We're talking full spoilers.
So they had Supergirl come in, and she was a drunk child, basically, in there, a teenager.
Well, it's Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow.
Correct. But the problem is nobody understands that. They're like, what? This isn't Supergirl.
Why is she less responsible than Clark?
Before.
Love the story of Kara Jor-El. Can I?
She done threw the burrito down. Oh snap!
Because I listen.
Huzzah.
I'm gonna woman-splain for 30 seconds about Kara Jor-El.
And then I will
give the backstory, and then please, because I want to hear the rest of this, but I just have to talk about, for those of you who don't know, the story of Woman of Tomorrow and Kara Jor-El, but really just Kara. She was sent before Clark to protect Clark. When Krypton was being destroyed, she was sent ahead of time. However, she was trapped in an asteroid. There was some time rifty shit, and she didn't age. She shows up on Earth to meet Clark, whether you've seen Smallville or whatever show iteration. Kara came to Smallville with the mission to protect Clark and get him ready to do what he needed to do. He shows up, he's already Superman. So here she is now, a teenager, a young adult with no purpose in life. She has no idea what to do with her life now. She was alive and cognizant when everyone she loved died, and has to hold on to that. She didn't get to grow up with Clark. He has no idea who she is. She's this stranger cousin of his. And so she exists in the universe. And that's the story of Supergirl, or at least Woman of Tomorrow. It's, I'm a teenager, so I'm just gonna fucking party, and I'm gonna mourn, and I'm just gonna be sad and miserable and exist and try to find a new purpose in life when nobody needs me. And so, yeah, as a teenager, I'm gonna go find a red sun and I'm gonna just fuck off. Because who cares? Like, what else is there for me to do? And that's what we're seeing at the end of it. We're seeing her leave her dog to her cousin, and she's just going to go fuck off and exist. And so Kara Jor-El is just finding her purpose, and we're seeing her at the bottom of it so that we have a place to go.
Krypto being hers was definitely a good. I like the way that he wrote that as well, because I am sitting here thinking the whole movie, whenever he's like, it's like a foster situation. No, it's not really I thought he was just embarrassed at how bad Krypto is. And so for her to pop in, I was like, okay, so again, you brought back that little beat detail, and you've allowed a closure on that. And that is, again, good writing that I feel like people just miss at the face value.
But it brings more purpose to why he needed to get that dog back, because she could not lose something else.
Yes, because where's the dog?
Yes.
Where's the dog?
It wasn't just that it was his dog. It's the last thing that his cousin has.
I mean, like, fold that in with, right, like what you were talking about of how she's dealing with the pain because she watched it happen.
Right.
But his memory is whatever video of his parents that he had, which was broken. It was a lie.
Happy and alive and loving him. She watched her planet explode. She knew she was the only, other than Clark, the only person that survived. That's
which also
sad.
is funny of that narrative of your memory of your parents is only what like fun thing they put in front of you, and then when you look behind the curtain and actually get the full story, it's sometimes not really what it was. What an interesting thing that was.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, the movie.
I need to explain Woman of Tomorrow as soon as I brought that up.
Yeah.
Any opportunity to uplift women, I'm like, you don't know about women? Let me tell you.
The layers that movie peeled back, because I know that like the other thing is, with the characters and not enough to rest. Someone posted, it is like they dropped me into season 3, episode 17 of an episode of a show. And for that reason, I loved it. When you open up a comic book, even if you open up comic book number 1, when I went and read Secret Wars and I started Secret War, it jumps you in the middle of, yeah, just an example. Like, there's something that came before it that you can go and read issues of.
There's
other intertwining stories. But when you start in that comic book panel, you're in the middle of it. You're into the thick of it. Into the thick of it.
Into the thick of it.
To give it a dig for that is really strange to me. The other thing I would say,
it almost makes me feel like people want to be spoon fed, and that's not what James Gunn was trying to do. I think that especially with my problem, so many problems, but I think with that specific one, I find issue because James Gunn and all of the actors throughout the press tour have been giving you exactly what you needed. They've been asked over and over and over again in these press junkets, what comics should we be reading? Where is this coming from? And James Gunn himself has told you, hey, it's this Superman that I'm pulling from. It's not a shot for shot of that comic, but this is the comic you should be reading. We had Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow as the title, then changed to just Supergirl. He's telling you exactly what you need in order to pass this test, or at least to be understanding of the world that he's building.
I mean, actual creators like us are out there even saying like what comics. There's this one 100%. Lunatic that's online. He's like, hello, you lovelies. And he always says,
who the fuck that is?
What? Some bitch.
He's messaging me right now to post more comic book. He's literally here like, I had to show him. Coy, yeah. I'm live right now. He's like, all right, I'll figure it out. Just text me after. I was like, no rest.
I mean, first of all, good thing you haven't saved in your phone as Coy, because like you just almost like leaked the number, girl. Like, damn.
No, that's not. It's an iPhone. It never leaks. It's their face.
If you do not, I get that, but at the bottom where the name is, it would have just been the phone number if you didn't have a name.
You right.
Damn, you trying to leak Coy's number out here? Damn. Woo!
Another thing on online narratives, though, by the way, this one can be real quick. The as content creators, did you guys resonate really well with like how quick the sentiment flipped in the media online off of basically headline of here's this message from his parents, and like you've got the reporter taking off Superman pen, people, I never liked him anyway, I always knew something was off, and then it turns out that it's monkeys in a pocket dimension doing all of the hashtag super shit. I just felt like that really spoke really well, and also it was apparently a clear dig at Snyder fans. It literally had the message on there, new Superman is garbage, Man of Steel is best. So I found it really interesting because we see that as content creators all the time. Like, Jasmine, you could be getting ready for your Oscar speech, and then someone go find a video of you doing a cosplay where maybe you didn't understand the character as much. And
it's out there.
There's
a lot of shit out there that could get me canceled. I don't give a fuck.
And it's just one of those things of like, here's this thing from 8 years ago for him, for Superman. It's crazy to be held to this standard of something that like he wasn't raised around, you know?
Exactly.
That and it's crazy, and we feel that especially here, just in the real world as well. You're held to these standards.
He just needed a press. He needed a publicist. Because if I were with him, I'd be like, "Baby, we're just gonna do a quick little live stream. We're gonna put you on that show." Like, if I were Superman, I would have zoomed straight over while Lex was there. I would have zoomed my ass straight in that studio and be
Where'd
like,
you get it?
You got
so you're
something to say?
Homelander now, huh?
I'm not Homelander. It's not. I'm not beating people. I'm not lasering people in the head. I'm just like, hey. You're not going to talk about me negatively. I didn't know. How did you get there? Let me defend myself. And then he's going to be like, how'd you get that footage? And then I'll zoom out and be like, what? I'd probably take the cameraman with me. Come on, man.
What?
Let's see what Lex did to my house. No, because I can't show people the Fortress of Solitude. I don't know what I would have done. I'd take him. But it's interesting, though, going back to your point of, because your question was, how would we feel about that? I am of the, and this is going to lead a little bit into Love Island, because I know that I missed last week's drama and debacle, but I stand true that I am not the same person that I was 8 years ago. I am not the same person that I was 10 years ago. Hell, I make changes every single day. I don't believe in cancel culture. I believe in education and rehabilitation on things. We are allowed to make mistakes. We are allowed to have growth. And if you understand the choices that you make, and you make reparations and apologies and the necessary actions in order to prevent yourself and to make sure that the other party, the party that you've wronged, knows it and knows that you're working towards it, and you do what you need to do to kind of fix what happened, I don't think you're the same person that you were 8 years ago, and I don't think that you should be held at the same standard. Yes, Adam.
So Jordan kind of brought it up, and you keep talking about it. There's an interesting connection here with the Love Island and what you're talking about. So there's a girl named Sierra who got taken away from the show because from a post that she made last year around January, it was a story or something like that.
I saw hers, but she's the exact example of, because I saw her response of her just not understanding what she's doing is incorrect. She is proof pudding of people who don't understand and aren't willing to make the change.
So, right. So like Marmar and other people who have made comments about her apology, saying like she didn't know that was a slur and stuff like that last year and things like that. I get maybe not growing up with friends and stuff, like people knowing what things are. That whole thing is its own thing.
Adam's a way of not telling you guys what things are. He's trying to stay as PC as possible. I'm going to just give you a little bit with still staying a little PC.
Well, so what she said isn't what I'm going at. It's the narrative of what you're talking about, of being canceled for not being canceled, or being canceled for no, like, too far, of her parents are getting ice called on them. Her parents are getting calls at their job for like...
I just want to give the context.
Okay.
She was doing a makeup video where she was trying to make her eyes look a certain way, and she vocalized either I don't want my eyes to look, or I do want my eyes to look, and then added an Asian slur, the C slur, for Asians. And yeah, so then she was on Love Island, and you guys know more about this than I do, but because she was on Love Island, she obviously can't, she has no technological, she can't.
Yeah, they don't have anything for 6 weeks.
Nothing, no phone, no internet, no nothing, only what a spoon fed to them. So her parents were receiving all of the threats, like he said, ICE, death threats, et cetera, et cetera. Finally, she was removed. From what I understand, she was removed and was able to see it. My issue was she just was like, I don't see why that's a bad thing. Like, it's not a bad word. Like, I just whatever.
No, but I will rebut on where did you see that? Because here's the problem.
The
So
internet?
it was actually right. So it was actually addressed to. And this was the problem of her being gone to Fiji. She can't even like make a statement, defend herself, anything. So what it was there was a post from 2015 that was talked about. Then it was a story post, which again, how does the show be held accountable? Like, oh, how did the producers not find this? It was a story post that would have expired or been deleted.
Yeah.
So someone screenshot that. Someone screenshot it. No. The post was 2015. It also might have been fake. That's the other thing. Some of the things were found to be fake, such as her response about it. Her response about it with the follower who had a conversation with her showed the screenshots where she said, okay, I didn't realize this. I'll take this down. She had made her apologies and whatever level of atonement you can think of in 2024. The issue came where people started to have doctor screenshots of her playing it off like, oh, I just don't see the problem with it. Those screenshots have been found to be doctored, from what I understand. So her video apology, she addresses, this is about the post from last year. Here's the conversation where I was made aware, where I deleted the story, and I said that I would make changes. I haven't thought about it since then. You know what I'm saying? Like, and again,
her
you have
video
to
was
just take her for a word.
Taking atonement. I understand what I did was wrong. I will do better. Like all this stuff to the point where like, what's his name from TMZ, the guy that runs it, he was like praising her PR-ness of like when
you could tell she wanted to be an influencer though, for real.
Yeah. So it was a very PR answer. It was on the offensive, not the defensive.
They're painting her redemption arc though with the family stuff. Like you calling ICE on her family, you're battling what was a racist slur and comment with racist slurs and death threats. Like again, it goes to bring it all back to Superman. It's like, it is crazy how the tide has become, you made a mistake. Let's ruin your life to the point that you don't want to be here anymore. Because that's what some people were like, do y'all want to see her end herself? Because like at this point, we're going too far. You know what I'm saying? Which Lex Luthor did want Superman to end himself.
Bro,
for real.
Can we talk about my baby Nikki's performance in that?
Nicholas Hoult was a D1 hater to them. Actually, sorry, 1A hater.
His little, I think, and I watch it in my mind over it because Nicholas Hoult, and let me tell you, Nicholas, he's married, he got kids. Nicholas Hoult is one of those weirdos that's like, why do I like him? He's not as weird as Jeremy L. Allen or whoever the bear guy is. That guy's just weird. He looked weird to me. I'll never find him.
Jeremy Allen White.
Yeah, Jeremy Allen White. He's one of those weirdos, but people are like, his eyes. I was like, that's a line cook that I would never sleep with. Like, come on now. Nicholas Hoult, he did something on that screen, and I think about it all the time. It's when Superman is fighting Ultraman, I think the second time, and he's staring out, and he does that, like, half little smile thing where it's like, and it gets me.
I think he does the same thing in the zombie love movie he was in.
Warm Bodies?
Yes, Warm Body, that's it.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Jasmine like,
Jasmine's like all bald and white. I'm in.
Bruh, he's the reason why I've always loved Beast from the X-Men, but when that man played, I get fur in my mouth. I don't care.
I'm not gonna lie. First of all, wow. Let's make sure, editors clip that.
Jasmine's like,
you know what I'm saying? We don't have editors,
like,
but
boo boo.
He's my Labubu for sure. Hanging on
I will
waist.
say she is given very much like, this is why Mystique was into him in X-Men First Class. Like, it's just like, oh, this is the nerd. He's a little weird.
God,
but I love him. Speaking of love in Superman, though, this was cute. Didn't know this. Didn't catch this. Did y'all catch this picture frame in the background? This man Clark drew Lois in the clouds, and she has it framed. That's so fucking cute. That's so fucking cute.
Yeah. It's the little things.
Goodness gracious. Adam, I know you loved, I know you're talking about the dog. You loved the dog part too.
Well, I do. I mean, I think we all can appreciate James and what he does with like, not a nothing character, but a character that's very like.
Ain't nobody thought about that.
Underappreciated,
like
stuff
Gary.
like that.
Like
What's
Gary.
Up? Well, like anybody, like Rocket and Groot or.
Like Gary.
Sure, like Gary. And then like.
Why do I feel like you don't know who Gary is?
It took me a second to realize who she was talking about too.
I'm just wondering, like, why I was asked a question. I'm trying to answer it, and then I get yelled at.
Because Gary is important too.
Yeah,
Forget
so
Gary
is
right
Adam.
now.
Are we done bullying Adam today?
What about nothing characters?
He does this, like, James Gunn has this like beautiful mind nonsense when it comes to characters that nobody knows or cares about and things like that, and taking them and making them everything of a story without them being the main character and overdo it. Like there was enough Crypto, right? There was just, but it was always when he was in there was really good stuff. And I love how somebody pointed it out, and I did kind of notice it. Crypto knocking out Lex like he does up in the office is very ominous to Hulk beating the hell out of Loki in the office at Stark
Immediately what I
Towers.
thought of. I wanted to hear what Lex had to say. I actually wanted to hear where he was going with it, and it was gone. I was like, well.
Because that, I talked about that a lot after my first watch when I was, but I have such a hard time when people are like, immediately after I watch a movie, what'd you think of it?
I want to think first.
Well, number one, I'm going to think first. And number two, I'm not going to tell 50 people in my DMs. I'll just tell everyone at once when I make a video describing it. But the thing that I did talk about a lot was that both Lex and Clark, or Superman in this case, both wanted the same thing. They wanted what was best for humanity. And it's interesting how both of them came to that decision together. I mean, Lex, at the end of the day, yes, he does it from a very selfish place, and he said it, jealousy. Like, I am very jealous, but what you need to understand is we as a society can never get better if there's a pinnacle that we'll never be able to reach. And so in his core, everything he was doing for humanity, which is interesting when you get like the Brainiac character to come in who doesn't give a fuck about humans at all. And when we see that difference between Superman, what Superman wants for the world, what Lex wants for the world, and then what Brainiac wants for the world, you really see how similar Clark and Lex are. And how their goals, yes, it's, fuck you, Superman, like, I don't want you here. They ultimately just want humans to be the best versions of themselves.
Lex just is a lot more snide about it, when they compare him to Galileo, the burning of vomit in the back of his throat. That man has some bars in that movie.
But he's better because he's better than Galileo.
That man had bars in that fucking movie, bro.
Yeah, I just love it.
I fucked with that movie so heavy. There was so as we also kind of go to two of my other favorite parts. What you ultimately are going to compare this to Man of Steel. You're going to, and what?
No, you're not. Those are apples and oranges.
It's the last time that Superman's come out. People are going to like have thoughts about the differences.
Justice League was the last time Superman came out. You're going to say it.
I'm not worried about last time he came out. I'm saying a Superman movie, just Superman. Anyways,
he said the last time we saw it, right?
No, I didn't. But anyway,
man line out here. Jeez. See, she has to take the.
You made me completely lose my train of thought. Shut the fuck up.
That was your fault this time.
The wonderful thing was the parents' relationship. That is what I think ultimately made this a real Superman movie to me compared to Man of Steel. You got Pa Kent right in one scene.
That man was talking about burritos. That the world is dying, and this man want to talk about, I went to a burrito spot down the street.
I loved Pa Kent, and that has been the thing that keeps me from saying I love Man of Steel, is that I'm always reminded me of the tornado scene. Like, I can't give you that's a good Superman movie when you have a Pa Kent who doesn't instill in Clark. All that matters is that you do good. He's supposed to care about Clark using his powers for selfish reasons like sports and fame, but he instills that aspect of Superman of doing good. And so they did that when he said our children aren't for building our mistakes, we're to give them the tools to make a fool of themselves all their own. God, I almost cried. Love that scene.
You probably did. What I really appreciated was the first time I saw Ma and Pa, I was like, these people are not beautiful. And I love that. I'm really tired of the glamorizing. Model. Yes. The Marissa Tomei's of the world. Like, I don't need a beautiful parental figure. Like, I don't need someone that I can sleep with. I just want a farmer. Well, like, but that's the whole thing. Like, I don't need it. I would like to see a non-traditional body of a Ma and Pa. These people don't care about, and it really does separate Metropolis at that point. The country folk from Metropolis, we don't need the glamorization. We don't need, and it really makes it again, it adds to the fact that Clark is an alien and he is the best version of human or other or alien or whatever you say. But having that difference between Ma and Pa is important. And I just really liked it. I like that they weren't just beautiful people that happened
They weren't
to
super
be...
famous actors either. Someone
They
was
were
like, I
just
love that they were
people.
just, people who, like, if you saw them on the street, you'd be like, oh, what's up?
I wouldn't know them. I would probably ignore them. Like, they're just average. But that's Ma and Pa Kent. They're just people. I loved it. Damn.
Then,
That's
this
a
movie
comical
also, by
cough.
the way,
Has
doing
already
pretty
broken
well.
It's already broken a bunch of box office records. It's like the #1 box office earner since who knows when. Like, it's already breaking all the barriers. Yeah.
Almost
I think
his
it
full budget back.
also beat out Man of Steel in the first weekend. Like, it beat out Man of Steel's records.
Yep. What's it called? People are trying to downplay it. People are like, oh, inflation. It don't count. It's just like, all right, bro.
I didn't realize people were actively boycotting this movie.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I knew
you know
that
how some people are boycotting it? They're going into the theater. They're buying a ticket, going in the theater, and then streaming Man of Steel on their phone because apparently that's going to hurt the numbers that they bought the ticket.
I heard that people were buying out theaters, full buying out theaters, and then on the day of returning all of the tickets.
I think I saw something of this then.
Yeah.
Because this dude, Roberto Blake, he said, I saw this theater was fully sold out. And he was like, but I showed up and it's empty. Really interesting. But then he reported back that the movie was good. So
if it's empty and they didn't return the tickets, that's okay. But people are buying full theaters and then day of, like right before the movie starts, selling them out. So people think that movie, like no one goes and shows up. Yeah.
Man. Okay, he said 3/4 of the seats finally ended up getting full because people were very late. Okay, at least that wasn't subject to that. But as soon as you said that, I was worried.
I have a hard time going to movie theaters now because of the 40-minute trailers. So I'm so thankful that I have. Oh my god, it's obscene. I tried going once and I wanted to pull my hair out. I was so confused. Just because when we go to screenings and premieres, the movie just start. It just goes up.
I wouldn't know anything of what that's like. Y'all do though.
First of all,
I don't do.
I love you both.
I don't do mine.
We have to balance out the, we've got someone who always goes, someone who sometimes goes, someone who never goes. We've got someone who never goes,
you know what I'm saying? Podunk, North Carolina, you know what I'm saying?
Jesus. Then move. Uproot your family and move.
No, that's okay. I don't want y'all's problems. No, the trailers, because it's not even just trailers anymore. Now they be showing car commercials.
I like
and random shit.
I had State Farm in mind, but it made sense because State Farm and Superman are doing a thing together, so that made sense to me. But I was sitting there looking at my buddy Derek.
Speaking of, I don't know if it's State Farm. Did you see that one of the? Is it Verizon? See the Verizon girl started an OF.
What?
Yeah, it's for charity. So the Verizon girl, you can look this up while I'm talking about it really long. No, you don't.
Jordan's about to drop his own.
I'm not saying open her OF, but she started an OF for charity. She
but it's for charity. That's cool.
But she doing it. But she doing it. You know.
Is it lewds, nudes? Is it?
I think it's lewds.
Okay, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's harmless.
That's called modeling, Jasmine. Yeah, I knew I'd get the eyebrow on that one.
I get my following. You gotta get them somehow, and then once you reel them in.
Let's talk a little more about. Moving away from it because I know we're skirting this whole Superman thing because we all saw the dumb post.
I fucking love Superman. I don't give a fuck. We'll talk about Superman today, tomorrow, next week. By the way, before you move to Superman, though, there also was a significance of 3 that after I had a discussion with somebody was really cool to me. They talked about, the 3 centuries ago, 3 decades ago, 3 years ago. There was also a 3 in that as we talk about identity. You had Clark, who very much puts Clark in all of his Superman discussions. That's why the interview with Lois is really difficult. But then you also have Kal-El, who has no idea who he is, but he's looking at this message from his parents on Krypton, and trying to abide by that, even though he didn't know the full message. And then the symbol Superman that he created because he doesn't know really who Kal-El is and, that lineage and everything. I thought that was really cool. I saw a breakdown on that, and then Society made a joke.
Jasmine's face says that she doesn't think it's cool.
I don't know.
I just think that it's stretching a little bit. Like I understand that.
I think it's a whole. He had 3.
That's
all
fine.
those
I
times.
understand. Hold on. I understand that Superman is based off of like Samson and biblical lore, and like I got it. He's Jesus. Like,
I don't care about that.
But I do feel like if you need to find symbolism and you need to watch this movie in a way that fills you, great. That's fine. Do what you need to do, baby. But I do think that we're stretching a little bit to find hope and messaging and metaphor where we don't necessarily. It is what it is. The movie is exactly what it's supposed to be and what it is. I don't think that they were in there with a board like, okay, how many subliminal messages of 3 can we get in there? They just did it. But I mean, art is subjective, and you get from it what you get.
By the way, I found out why I couldn't find her OnlyPans is because she called it Only Philanthropy.
I love that.
Yeah,
Adam's like, I don't care.
Be very mad about Marvel right now.
Why?
Yeah, why?
So I made a video a while ago talking about Fantastic Four, and I was like, here's the story, here's what's going to happen, XYZ. And they put a teaser trailer out this morning, which is the 5th day in a row of them doing a different teaser trailer. The movie does not come out until next week. Smurfs is this week. And I had dropped that in there. Smurfs. Not Smurfs.
This motherfucker care about Smurfs so much.
They did. You remember when you see Reed at the podium with the microphone?
They giving away too many details, but yes, go ahead. I saw this.
So it's Reed talking about them going to see Galactus, and everyone's like, oh, so you defeated Galactus. And they're like, Ben is like, no. And Johnny's like, but we will. And they basically got mollywopped. And it's the story exactly what I said. You'll have B characters, B villains in the beginning. Then you're going to have Silver Surfer come. They're going to go all the way to the ship, wherever it is in their spaceship. They're going to get spanked and then come back. And then 10 months will go by because Franklin got freaking shown, and which was stupid to show. Then you got Ben with a beard shown. Then we're finding out that basically Galactus being on Earth is Endgame. And I was just talking to, you seen that guy? If you don't follow me, you should. We both agree. This is just Ragnarok, basically.
With Hela and
So at the end of Ragnarok, what happens?
Asgard does get destroyed.
Asgard gets destroyed by a ginormous being, correct? A deity, we will say.
And then we have to go make new Asgard.
Correct, but what happens? They save all the people. Reed and them are trying to save everyone on Earth because Galactus wants to eat the Earth. It's Ragnarok. We have basically Infinity War Ragnarok put together. That's what we have here.
You said it like it's bad.
They've given the entire movie. Why do I care? Stop.
I mean, I agree with you. I think that we're giving out, but maybe we don't know the story. Maybe that isn't the story. We don't know. The movie's not out yet.
It could very much. When it rains outside, it's not wet.
Maybe. Especially if you got an umbrella.
I'll give you that when I saw the teaser with the podium, and then it's like they straight up are giving the plot point of like what Galactus is after too. I'm like, all right, bro, enough.
We got it when Silver Surfer showed up. Like, we don't need any more. It's baffling to me how much money
they're not confident in themselves.
Well, it's like how much it's crazy to me how much money they put into advertising for the Marvel movies, and they put so much into it that they basically give you the entire story without giving you the entire story, but yet they won't put a dime behind Pixar or any other original thing they do. Like Riri, right? Freaking Ironheart was fantastic. I really liked it. But what promotion did they put behind it? Nothing till the week before. And what did they use? The only thing they had basically, which was Ryan. They were like, oh, look, Ryan Coogler did this. This is fantastic. Ryan Coogler.
He didn't do it though. He just threw money at it.
This is like the Tim Burton Nightmare Before Christmas argument, right? Like, so like, I don't get why we're doing this. And they're like, oh, Fantastic Four is going to save Marvel. No, it's not. I think, and I agree with what James said, and I'm sure, Jasmine, you saw it, and I know Jordan saw it. There's no such thing as superhero fatigue. There is such a thing as mediocre movie fatigue.
He ate with that.
What is that?
This is actually sign language for eat.
That shit is the shit that people be doing when they be like clocking tea. He clocked it. You know what I'm saying?
It's like golf clap. You know, when the girlies we used to do golf.
We
clap
just had to. Yeah, it was golf clap. You know, people used to finger snaps. Now it's.
I still finger snap.
Well, this is the new finger snap.
Yeah, that's what the kids are doing.
Which is sign language for eat. That's why it's for 8. This is why.
No, I was about to say that's 8 because this is I'm hungry because we used to teach a lot of sign language.
This is Jujutsu Kaisen when I'm summoning my dog spirits.
Can we wait? Time out on this one though, real quick. The Demon Slayer trailer showing in IMAX was everything to me. I can't wait for that movie.
The Infinity Castle! Infinity Castle.
Not wait for Infinity Castle.
Yes.
Obviously,
we're getting to the end. We're getting to the end.
Well, and even like if you've read the manga and you know what's going to happen, I cannot wait for that one fight.
It's gonna be so good.
Jasmine, Jordan's never watched Demon Slayer yet.
I watched the first like 4 episodes.
Honey, you can binge that in a week.
I mean, I can now. When I tried to watch it at the time, my buddy was like, "This is the greatest thing since sliced bread," and I watched 4 episodes, and I was like, I'm okay. The problem is I need to catch up on way too many animes. I still got to finish Furin. Dan to Dan season 2 is out right now, and I'm not.
Oh, I gotta watch.
I'm still sitting on that because it's 3 episodes already seen. So I gotta.
I'm doing. It's too much. It's too much content, but I'm also happy for it. I'm grateful. You know, San Diego Comic-Con soon.
Also, Gachiakata. If you guys aren't watching Gachiakata, it's from.
Oh my god! Yes, I've been seeing the posts, and they look so good.
It's really good. They've got the sub and the dub out, which is amazing.
What?
Everything, but mostly Crunchy. It's from the same creators who I forget. It's like Bones. I think it's Bones Studio. They also do My Hero Academia, and they did Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. So it's the same studio that brought you those.
I did see that. I think Daniel was talking about this.
The pixie cut girl with the glasses was everything I was seeing. I think it was that.
Oh, I don't think we've seen her yet. But Gachiakata, essentially it's if Mother Nature made an anime. This kid lives in, or I guess let me start, it's the city. So the city is up in the sky and it's broken into 2 sections. It's the rich people and then the very, very poor people. But the idea is we don't like trash. We don't like trash anywhere. It's disgusting. And whether that be actual physical trash or trash people, we get rid of it. There is no trash. The slums still has trash and they're very, very dirty, but up in the white golden crystal area, nothing. And this kid feels like garbage is, I think it's Rooney or something like that. He feels like garbage has a soul. And just because something is broken or damaged doesn't mean that it needs to be thrown away. It can be fixed and mended, regardless if it has cracks or scars. So he's constantly going up to the White Palace and like stealing shit. And they're like, stop making more trash. Anyway, whenever someone does something bad, they throw them out of the city. And it's like a huge, because the cat, it's like constantly moving. And they throw them down below to the dump where all the trash is. So that's where all the murderers, all the bad people, whatever, go to. Jesus. Something happens, and he is accused of murder. And without trial, without any kind of conversation, they tie him up and they drop him down below. But just before he falls, he vows. Just before he falls, he vows to not only find the person who murdered his whatever, but also vows to destroy the city forever letting this happen. As he falls down to the dump way down below, he realizes that there's more to the dump. There are monsters, there are awful people, it's just the worst place you could ever be in. And he discovers he has a secret ability that allows him to survive. But it's really fucked. It's just really sad. It's the way that it's been described to me by people who have watched the entire season already is, yes, My Hero Academia in the action, but it's AOT in the story.
It's lit. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check it out. Yeah, I saw it was this character. I'm gonna pull her up. I was worried that when you were like, I don't know who you're talking about. I was like, man, maybe I'm talking about the wrong thing. This character right here was trending a lot.
Her? Yeah, I don't think she comes in the first 2 episodes at least.
Oh, okay. Then people are just showing artwork then or something from a trailer. Yeah, everybody was like, I'm ready for the cosplays already. I was like, God damn. What is this?
There were some cosplays already at AX, and that was like the preview. That was like the world premiere was the first 2 episodes of that. And there were already like people from the manga pulling out cosplays. I was like, damn, I thought I was fast.
Speaking of San Diego, you guys saw Hall H, right? The Demon Slayer's taking it over.
Demon Slayer
taking over Hall H, yeah.
I need to figure out how to get into that. I just know that there aren't a lot of studios that are going. There's no big DC. There's no big Marvel.
They've all told us everything they're doing already.
Yeah.
Uno's going to be in Vegas, baby. Let's go. Yes.
Yeah, they announced that Uno is officially going to be a game that you can gamble with in like casinos. Jasmine's like, this information sounds like it's not pertinent at all.
Like, whoever thought I'm going to go play blackjack? I'm going to play baccarat. I'm going to play Uno. The game that nobody can agree on the rules.
That is hilarious. Part of the official rules is that you don't keep pulling. You pull one card. Fuck that.
Mm-hmm. No, Uno,
respectfully, shut the fuck up.
When Uno came out with that statement, the internet literally said, we'll tell you how to play your game.
Yeah. Yeah, just sit down. You gave us the game. Now sit down.
Somebody actually did a video and said that. They were like, oh, this, blah, blah, blah. And Uno responded in the comment on the TikTok. And they were like, no, really, the rule is this. And the person coming back is like, bitch, you don't know your own rules. Shut up.
But yeah, though, I saw their like I think the response to that was to come out with their own like Uno Extreme game or Uno like F-bomb, whatever. And it was only attack series. And I think it was like if you had 50 cards in your hand or 25 or something, you're automatically out or some wild mess like that. But it was a deck this thick and it was just riddled with like draw 4, like give your hand to somebody else. Like it was just madness. It truly is like family ending rules.
Yeah.
We don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting. But I also think it's interesting because they are going to make Mattel's already said they're going to make a Uno video or a movie. So I think it's interesting that they're doing that. I could see that. Here's how I could see it. I could see it very much like a horror Jumanji style movie.
Fighting against numbers and colors?
No, like depending on what you draw, things like that. Like I could see there being a thing.
I guess Jumanji had literal spots that landed that was like
Jasmine, you're about to see a movie about a fisherman who's upset about things with it holds an ice hook. Relax.
I'm not saying it doesn't. I'm not seeing
what movie is
how.
that? Yeah.
I'm not seeing how because there's no board involved with Uno. But yeah, like I hear you. Maybe
you
like,
know.
Do you throw down a reverse and now everyone's walking backwards? Like
no, it's like Uno reverse. No, you didn't die. The other person dies. Like you know what I mean? Like
death.
No,
sorry.
I can't Steamboat Willie or Winnie the Pooh this. No. Just because the
rights are up, don't mean Bambi just came out. Yeah.
Did you guys? This is so awful.
This has got to be the last one because one of us has to get out of here.
And it's not you or me.
But it's not you or me.
Did you see the Letterboxd review where someone said the way that I feel about Superman is how Gal Gadot acts? I can't. Like they were comparing Gal Gadot's acting to like how they were like how hyped they were over Superman. I just thought it was hilarious. It was also terrible, but you know everybody keeps coming at her about her acting. What do y'all feel about her acting?
Yeah, I guess I'm nonplussed about it.
I can't say how somebody is if they keep cooking McDonald's food to me. There's no other range.
In the opposite of that, I have a hard time. I can say that I don't like someone's acting, sure, but I have a hard time really belittling or discriminating against someone who's doing exactly what I want to do in a much better way. You know,
I'm not belittling, but I'm just saying like.
No, we are. We are. The whole world is. We're belittling her acting, and I saw
this is today. The top review for Superman right now.
Oh yeah, I saw that. But it's hard because I'm seeing images of Man of Steel, Gal Gadot with her shield and her standing there versus Hawk Girl and her like.
Oh my god.
Image and having those two photos next to each other, and it's like,
and it's not even fair comparison.
It's not fair, but it's like, hey, we can give Zack Snyder all of the glory in the world for his imagery and for the coloring and that thing.
And No Man's Land was one of the better shot things.
As far as how he portrays women, they were like James Gunn has it, because just in this one screenshot of Hawk Girl with her mouth open, cacawing, tells more and shows more and gives more strength to women than Gal Gadot holding a sword and a shield. And I'm just like, I hear y'all, but like, yeah, I don't know. It sucks, but I do agree. I can't help but to agree.
I'm not downplaying her.
That's the shot.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is like, I only get one thing from her, I feel. I don't get like anything other than like some action thing or, you know, Snow White, the dramatization of that. Like, I don't get anything other than that from her. Give me like a Notebook or give me something else. Just give me something.
David Cornswell about to be in some rom-coms for sure.
No.
You don't think so? You sound like Joker. Joker was like, nah, y'all in the DCU now. You got to go to work.
Yeah. He's got too much. He's got too much he got to do now. Yeah, I don't see him really stepping out of. And plus, I think that kind of like David Radcliffe, it's going to be hard not to see Superman in everything that he does.
Yeah, I feel that.
Did you wait?
Yeah, we all saw it. Yeah, we all saw the fucking post today of them start. I saw something weird too. Now that we're talking about the new Harry Potter, I hate that you're excited about that fucking bigoted woman's bullshit.
So I hate her.
So speaking of the bigoted woman's bullshit, Jordan, man in the chair, get it ready. Apparently, there is a tweet going around or an understanding, and it might be a joke. It might be a joke, but that J.K. Rowling wants to play Umbridge. She felt that the original Umbridge, and if this is a joke, whatever. It's probably not, but she was like, I just feel like the original Umbridge didn't understand that she was trying to do good, like that Umbridge was trying to teach them responsibility, And I was like, Umbridge is a racist. Umbridge is a bigoted asshole. Umbridge just wants totalitarian rule. What are you talking about? She was a Death Eater. She was a Death Eater that wore pink. She was a Nazi. You don't. What do you mean people don't understand her? Like,
She'd
and
be
you want to
perfect
play
for the role
her?
then.
I'm thinking,
She would be
it's fake because everything I'm seeing
perfect.
is just people saying she's turned into Umbridge, which is true.
Yeah,
But
there's
I'm not finding
videos.
anything about
It
her
might be a
play.
joke, but
To make this clear, Jasmine,
what up?
I hate her with a passion. Love this though. I love Harry Potter. So like I'm so in, and I get the
It sucks to
in
have your
between,
childhood
like,
tainted
yeah,
by
like
something like
I'm
that.
still gonna watch it. I don't care. Like I hope it's so
Okay.
fantastic.
I'm not
But here-
really looking
because
forward
here's
to
the
it.
thing,
That's
Jasmine.
my
watch
problem.
it.
I'm gonna watch it because I care about the people that are doing the project.
No, I hate them even more because there are so many. My problem is we're giving a platform to people, and you can argue like I'm going to fight it from the inside, but no, the easiest way is just not to support it, not to be part of it, and it sucks because I care so much about so many of these actors. As far as like I can care about someone who doesn't know me, but I feel really disappointed and let down by a few of these really prolific actors that I care about. I get that the money was probably great, and not only that, but the what do you call it? It's the job security.
Well, that's the stability of it because it's every book,
right,
every season.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. I get it. I completely understand and I resonate with the job security. I just know that you made a choice. And it's that. I just need you to acknowledge that you made a choice.
Well, I appreciate both of you. Jasmine, we'll talk more about Comic-Con
Oh yeah,
stuff.
we gotta because I gotta start putting my schedule out today. I just got another hit up today.
Jesus fuck. All right, cool. Well, everybody, thank you for watching. I've been here with Jasmine Paige Moore, the official Megs, and I have been Jay Phrygian. We are the media MCs, and we are at a tight hour because I gotta go. Bye.
Pasta pasta.
Thank you. Yes.